Hey guys, it's Jeff. So I just want to do another video for you today, but first I wanted to take a moment to thank all of the veterans out there. Today's November 10th, 2018, and tomorrow's Veterans Day. So just a quick thank you from one veteran to all of you. Hope you have a relaxing, enjoyable day, and don't forget those who can't be with us. So with that, today the video is going to be on 22 long rifles and an option for people out there who have an AR-15 already. So coming up after this. Alright guys, so this one's going to be on a option for people who want to train more but don't want to spend more on ammunition. So there's several ways you can do that, and one that I'm going to focus on is using a 22. And you could use something like this. This is a Remington 597. It's a semi-automatic 22 and it's a great little gun for the money. Or you can use something like this. Now if you remember the ammo shortage a couple years back, you know, after the threats under the Obama administration to ban AR-15s, there was runs on ammunition, and finding 5.56 and 2.23 became very difficult to do. And people who had registered for training classes, you know, that needed that kind of ammo realized really quick that that ammo wasn't going to be available to them, so they had to come up with alternatives. Now some of the training classes that I witnessed had authorized the participants to use 22. Now that's commendable to those companies, because really, you know, using the firearm is simply an effort to teach you the mechanics of the firearm, how to do, you know, clearing drills, you know, aiming, squeezing the trigger, reloads, tactics, that sort of thing. So the caliber of the firearm, although feeling that recoil and working through that recoil can help, there's a lot of other things that you can learn while you're in a training class like that. So if you had an AR-15 and you wanted to use an AR-15 but you didn't want to use AR-15 ammo, you know, 5.56, 2.23, then another option for you to do was to use 22 in your AR-15. And how do you do that? Well, you can go get an upper. You can use, you know, a dedicated AR-15, you know, one that's chambered in 22. Or what I did is I got a CMMG Conversion kit for 22. Now I'm going to go to the tabletop here and show this to you real quick. Alright, so here we are. This is so this will be the tabletop review of this firearm conversion kit. This again is the CMMG 22 conversion for AR-15s. And I got this a while back. I got this a couple of years ago, but they still sell them and they're still good. There was some controversy when CMMG first started putting these out, that these things didn't work, that they were jam-o-matics. They've done some redesigning, so this is, you know, a point in time for a product that I've had for a while. So don't take this as the current production. I'm not going to go out and buy, you know, the most recent version of this. This is what I have, so I'm going to do a review on it. I think the concepts are the same though. I mean, if you're trying to get a lot of shooting in, don't want to spend a lot of money, this is definitely a way to achieve that goal. So just going over the device real quick. So you're familiar with, you know, you got an AR-15, you're familiar with the bolt carrier group. Well, this is designed to replace the bolt carrier group in your AR-15. So you take the bolt carrier group and the charging handle out of your firearm and you slip this in its place. And what this does is this becomes basically a quasi firearm. So as you can see on the end here, it's chambered in what looks like to be a 223 casing or a 5.56 casing. This slides down into the barrel of the gun, and the compression and firing happens here, and it starts to travel down this casing into the barrel, and then it grabs a hold of the lands and grooves on your barrel and sends the firearm out, or the projectile out spinning. So you know, again, I know they've made some changes to this device a little bit. I don't know how much it's changed, but the premise is going to be the same. So you're going to have your bolt face here, which is going to be similar with the firing pin or a striker or whatever they call that, the hammer. Your AR-15 hammer is going to hit the firing pin in the back here. You can see that on the video. So your AR-15 hammer will hit that. It'll travel through there, hitting that firing pin, igniting the cartridge, and sending the projectile moving down what looks to be the casing. So you've got your extractor here. You know, you've got a polished feed ramp. This one's going to be a little dirty because I have used it, and I will show you some video of that. I'll just go ahead and roll that in here. Three. So as you can see, you know, the kids really enjoy it, and it's a way for them to learn the mechanics of the AR-15. You know, again, that's another use case, right? Learning the mechanics of the AR-15 for a young shooter who may be recoil sensitive. And you know, I've found this to be a great training aid for younger children as well. You know, the AR-15 is not a heavy gun. It doesn't have a lot of recoil. However, it does have a lot of concussion. You know, there's the firing of the bullet itself can be rather loud, and so kids can be a little bit more sensitive to that, and putting a 22 conversion into your AR-15 allows them to learn the mechanics of the rifle without having all of the recoil sensitivity from the concussion of the round, not the recoil itself. Another thing to be concerned with is on this conversion kit. Now, I know two companies that sell magazines. So you have the magazines for the conversion kits and the regular AR-15 22s, but Smith & Wesson does something a little different. And up here on their magazines, they've done a little bit of a cutout. I don't remember if it's, I think it's on the front here, but they've done a little bit of a cutout here, and I'll roll one in just so you have reference. But they do a little bit of a cutout, and then on that cutout, if you try to slide the magazine into a gun that's not designed for that magazine, you won't be able to chamber the round. It won't hold the magazine in. The magazine will wobble around, and it's a no-go. It's a non-starter. You can't even use it. So be aware of that if you're going to get something like the conversion kit. To make sure you look for some of these magazines. It's good to have a couple of spares. These are like a solid plastic. They're not, you know, there's not a whole lot of engineering that goes into these. I've never had one fail, and I've had this conversion kit for a long time. But I would imagine that, you know, just because it is, you know, plastic, that there is a potentiality that something like this could fail, and availability for magazines in the future is never guaranteed. So it's good to get a couple of these whenever you can find them. They can be a little pricey because they are you know, a kind of a niche item. Not everybody has them, so the prices haven't come down on them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and you know, put this in the gun real quick, and we'll see how it functions. So I'll see if I can do this on camera. So this is my wife's AR-15, and this has the least amount of attachments on it. So we use this one for the kids whenever we take it out. So you take your bolt carrier group replacement, the conversion, and you slide it in the rear of the chamber. Oh, I'm sorry, you got to put your charging handle in. So you start your charging handle in, and you put your conversion kit in, and just like on a bolt carrier group for any old AR-15, it just slides right in place. And then you close it up, and now you are ready to fire. And so you can see how the bolt reciprocates inside of there, feeding rounds into the firearm. So magazine's in. last round hold open on the follower there lets you know that you're done shooting. So, you know, all in all, guys, this is a great little piece of kit if you have children, or you have, you know, nieces and nephews, or you have grandkids that you want to take out shooting, and you're looking for something to pop into your gun without getting a dedicated gun. Another use case. And you know, you're not a big 22 shooter, but you want to introduce you know, younger family members to the sport. Another great use case. You know, having something like this around, it's around $100, and you're not going to break the bank owning it. And when you get tired of it, you can always sell it to the next guy. That's really all there is, guys. I'm not going to spend a lot more time on it, but I just want to say, you know, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. You know, have a beer on me. And remember those that are no longer with us. I know this isn't Memorial Day or anything, but they're veterans too, and they serve their country as well. So, you know, pour one out for them as well. You know, it never hurts to remember our fallen brothers and sisters. If you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know, subscribers are really what motivates me to keep putting out content like this. You can follow me on other platforms on social media. I have a Facebook page, an Instagram account, and I'm also on a couple other streaming platforms. One is called GunStreamer.com, and the other one is called Bitchute.com. You know, it's good to diversify locations of your content. So if you want to keep up with stuff there, I try to make sure that all the content that I'm putting up on YouTube is also put up in those locations as well. And Instagram, I put a little bit more content up every once in a while as well. Just, you know, daily photos and that kind of thing of firearms and shooting sports and other things that are happening in my life, you know. So this isn't a business. This is a personal passion. So at any rate, that's all I got, guys. You have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.